Hello there, and welcome to Movie Talk with Cookie Man and Biscuit Boy. My name is Gilbert, aka Biscuit Boy.
And my name's Alex, aka Cookie Man. How are you today, Gilbert?
I'm good. I'm ready to record, Alex. I'm excited.
Yes. Very
Are you
excited
ready?
today. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely ready. I can't wait to talk about this movie today. I have the VHS tape right in front of me for inspiration. So we're ready to go.
You're so old school.
Yeah.
Alex has all these VHS tapes for years and keeps everything and broken recorders and all this kind of crap.
that I can't help myself to throw away. I know it's a good archive to have. I have a ton of movies here that we could potentially talk about later on VHS, and I could watch it old school, the way it was meant to be watched.
With lines on the TV and everything.
Exactly.
Bad recording.
But funny thing, I didn't actually watch this on VHS. Sadly.
It was on TV the last day or something.
It was. I actually watched on Disney Plus.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that Disney had it.
I was actually very confused, but then I was looking at the VHS. I was like, but Fox has the distribution rights to Ice Age.
Okay.
So Fox distributed the VHS. And Disney bought Fox, so they have technically the rights.
That's how they got it.
So
that's how they got it. I was wondering. I was like, how did they get that?
Yeah,
but you found the VHS tape in a shop somewhere.
Yeah, in a charity shop. Me and Rita were just kind of going through thrift shops for the day. We were just buying some. We were just going over buying some clothes, and then I was like, "Oh my god, Ice Age! I have to buy
what was
this."
it, like 90p or something?
Oh yeah, that was about 70, 75, because I bought Need for Speed Most Wanted, and it was like 150 for both of them. So
what was that like? On PlayStation 2 or something?
Yeah, PS2. Yeah, I also have a PS2.
Rocking the old school gear.
I have a huge PS2 library, so yeah, very old school.
Very old school for a guy that's very young, but sure.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. I keep saying that I'm an old man trapped in a young man's body.
We are both old souls, Alex. Old souls.
We are both old souls. So, I think we should get into talking about this movie. How about you?
Let's get talking about it. Yeah, enough with the pleasantries.
Yeah,
enough with
I think this movie. Yeah, enough with the pleasantries.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned. We haven't even mentioned what we're talking about. We're talking about Ice Age.
Yeah, we are talking about Ice Age. Yeah. There we go. Tonight we're talking about Ice Age.
We're talking about Ice Age today. A great little throwback film.
It's
when our childhood.
Yeah, it came out 1 year after Shrek. It was after that huge kind of Shrek boom where every movie was trying to be kind of adult and kind of had those
and obviously the CGI
adult
as
humor
well
and stuff. Yeah, another CGI movie Toy Story started off that, and then but I think in some ways this movie is a bit it is on par, and in some ways it is kind of better than Shrek. I think
that's a big statement from you.
It's a very big statement for me because I do love Shrek, but I think Ice Age, as we'll talk about later, has these really kind of needed emotional moments, and the tropes that it kind of does use, it goes through them really fast. So it's kind of you roll your eyes for a second, and be like, oh okay, so we're past it now, so it's fine. So it's less kind of tropey than Shrek, but I guess Shrek was it was made to be tropey, if you know what I mean. But anyway, So yeah, just the start of the movie I think's really fun. Scrat.
We get introduced to Scrat first, don't we?
Yeah, because he's technically the main character of this whole franchise, because he's kind of the main focus of the whole thing with his wee acorn and stuff, and
yeah, and he causes some of the stuff that goes on with the other characters as well.
Yeah, he kind of helps behind the scenes as well. He kind of
he causes breaks in the ice and stuff like that too.
Yeah, at the start. No, I always thought you know that glacier at the start of the movie, where they meet the humans at the end.
Yeah,
I always thought he started that. At the start, whenever he kind of cracked, whenever the two glaciers are coming together.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I don't think it is, because the two glaciers kind of push together. So,
yeah.
But I think the movie's very funny because he's just trying to get this acorn. He's just trying to store the acorn somewhere, but he just can't.
Scrat's a great character.
Yeah, I think he does add some levity to it, which is really fun.
Yeah. The characters in this are great though, because I love Sid. I love Sid and Manny. Manny the moody mammoth, the Manny the moody
Manfred.
Manford.
Manny the moody mammoth. Manny the.
And we should mention it has actually a great cast in this. So you've got.
It does.
Yeah, you've got Ray Romano, obviously the guy who's from Everybody Loves Raymond, who plays Manny the Moody Mammoth, and we've got Dennis Leary in it, and we've also got John. I can't pronounce this guy's name. I never can. He's a great wee actor. John Leguizamo, who plays Sid, but he was a stand-up comedian before, and he was in a lot of. He was in Baz Luhrmann's film Romeo and Juliet. He played Tybalt in that.
Really?
He was also in Moulin Rouge. He's got a great repertoire behind him. He's a great character actor.
I remember in the DVD whenever I had the DVD, he kind of, the reason why he had like the lisp is because because he stored food in his mouth and all, because usually sloths store food in their mouths and stuff, and kind of...
Yeah, they went through a lot of voices, didn't they, before they got to Sid's actual
voice, it was a lot of experimentation and all, but I think they found the right one, because it's very kind of charming, the voice. Like, you think it starts charming, off kind of like... It is a charming voice, though, once you kind of...
Oh, no, it is. No, I wasn't taking a mick, yeah. It's a charming voice. I love Ray Romano's voice in it too, Manny's voice.
He's my favorite character in it.
Yeah, same as
Manny is definitely my favorite character in the movie.
He's got some great lines in it.
He really does. I have excuse my language, penis joke sizes. Whenever the guy's like, "Move your problems off the road," he goes, "Hey buddy, if my trunk was that small, I wouldn't call attention to myself."
yeah.
So yeah. He has some great fantastic lines.
Yeah, there's some great jokes in that movie.
Whenever the rhinos were like, "Yeah, if any of you guys get past that sinkhole over there, you get the sloth." Because that's right, you got take one step and you're dead.
You were bluffing, weren't you?
Yeah, that was a bluff.
Yeah, but it also, as you were saying, it also has these heartwarming moments too.
Oh my god, whenever, I know we're really skipping ahead, but now that we're talking about it anyway, whenever, you kind of get a hint whenever Sid is like, "Oh, do you have a family?" And he turns around and he doesn't want to have anything to do with the kid. You get really but the best thing about Manny is he is an absolute he's so weathered, and he just doesn't want to be with anybody. He just wants to be alone. But whenever
there's a past there. Something's bad has happened.
Because whenever he reaches for the kid, whenever the mother is trying to get the kid up,
that moment with her,
yeah, and he saves it, and then once he does, moment. he's like, "No, I'm having nothing to do with it. It's fine." Because there's a lot of
he still has that humanity behind him.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotion.
Humanity from an animal.
Yeah, and the animation is really good.
Yeah, for the time, it is actually, the water looks really good in it.
It's really good. The facial expressions are fantastic for it. And, the texture. Because, you know what somebody's feeling. Manny has, tiny eyes. But you just know what he's feeling.
Exactly.
You see him. Whenever he's feeling sad, you just kind of... It's one of those things. Manny is, a very layered character in this. Because
whenever... he really is, yeah.
Because whenever they go past the cave and you see the paintings of... it's implied that it's his family. But,
it's implied that it's his family and that the humans killed him. Or killed his child. But while we're on the humans as well, that this is the only time in the series... It's the only time in the whole Ice Age series that they ever have humans in it. So it's the only film in the series that has humans in it, and they were actually Neanderthals.
Exactly. I really liked how they didn't. I know they couldn't have spoken, but I really like how they don't speak.
Yeah, because that adds to so much more emotion as well.
Because it would have just kind of... Because you could have just had them speak.
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely.
you know what I mean?
Like
the animals speak, so why not have the... But it's really good that the humans didn't speak, because like all you need is like facial expressions and like...
Yeah, to get that emotion across. It's all in their eyes.
Yeah, silence is worth more than words. Sometimes like just facial expressions and what they're doing.
Yeah. You don't need to say really anything to know what they're feeling.
Exactly. And like all you hear is kind of like grunts or kind of like wee yelps whenever she jumps off. And can I tell you, whenever the saber-toothed tigers were coming to like kill the baby, that was actually a really like intense, scary scene.
Yeah, it really was, because then she jumps off the falls end, doesn't she?
Yeah,
just to save
like
her child.
And like it's very kind of like, because rewatching, I was like, oh my god, this is actually really
intense.
Crazy. Like, it's really... It is a very tense scene.
Yeah, there's a lot of those tense scenes in it as well. There's a lot of that emotional scenes. Like, the music and everything.
Music's fantastic.
Apart from the humour. Yeah, apart from the humour and everything, the music and the emotion, the animation in it is fantastic for the time. It was out in 2002. So
like it was a year after Shrek, and like...
Yeah. So
and Shrek's animation was pretty good too for the time.
That's it was in the early stages of it. Like obviously Toy Story came out with their couple of films, and then we had like A Bug's Life and Ants.
Yeah,
Shrek.
Ants.
Yeah, and we had all these new ones coming up, and obviously DreamWorks came up on it. So this is really good animation for the time. And I like the way that they did the water and the ice. The landscapes. The landscapes in this movie are brilliant as well.
They're really good. They're really like they're not. They didn't cut corners in this movie, which I really like.
It takes years to make these movies.
Yeah, like it really does. Like it's very they didn't cut corners. You know what I really love? I really love like the rapport between the three.
Yeah.
Because Diego's like, the name's Diego, my friend. He's like, the name's Manfred. I'm not your friend. And it's kind of like, because he doesn't trust him from the get-go.
No, and he's right not to.
Like, yeah, exactly. So like, but like that's kind of
I've been around the block. He knows what's going on.
He really has. What was it? Whenever they're up looking at the humans' site, or the Neanderthal site, and they're like, the fire's still warm. They must have left 2 hours ago. And then Sid.
Sid. Left 2 hours ago.
Yeah, left 2 hours ago.
And I love the bit when he has hold of Sid's neck. He's trying to get away, and he's like, "Money, money, Thanks, Diego. And he tries to get away.
For a second, I thought you were gonna eat me, so I don't eat junk food.
I don't eat junk food.
On my way.
I do love the dodos in this movie too.
I love the dodos.
Prepare for the ice age.
The melon,
what, you got three? You got 3 melons?
We
gotta prepare for the ice age.
Years.
What, so you got 3 melons?
Take one dodo! Attack!
And I love
what do they say whenever they're creeping up to them?
What?
You know, whenever they're kind of... They're like chanting something whenever they go up to them.
Oh,
never mind.
Doom on you.
Oh, yeah. Doom on you. Doom.
What's he got, 3 melons?
Whenever Sid's like going through the dodo line, and he's like, and then once he gets past it, he throws the melon.
Touchdown.
Sid.
Sid.
We gotta get more food.
Anyway. Where's the baby? There he is.
There he is.
Stop it! You're scaring him.
You're scaring him. Oh god! And there's
beautiful eyes.
In this.
Oh, there's lots of jokes in this. There's lots of like
adulty
jokes.
Yeah, it's very it's really good. Oh, my favorite joke in this, and it's so simple. Because like they're about to find they're catching up to the humans, and he goes, and they go into this cave. Oh, hey, I found a shortcut, and like Sid looks up at all the pillars of ice and all like the spikes of ice, and he goes, "No thanks, I choose life."
Oh yeah, I choose life.
It's such a simple joke that I just really appreciate. It's really funny.
There's also a little hidden thing in there too. You know, whenever they're going through the ice, the shortcut, and he sees the spaceship, and the little baby does the live long and prosper sign of Star Trek.
What do you call it? That was I say weird Star Trek reference. I have that.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of it because like the movie was kind of set in its own universe, and then like it didn't really have like pop culture jokes, if you know what I mean, quote unquote.
Okay, yeah. That was kind of the only pop culture joke.
Yeah, for me, I was like, I mean, I got like a wee kind of, not chuckle, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that was really the only kind of dud I thought of the joke.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Of the movie.
What I want you to do for me now is I want to hear your impression of Sid. Because you used to do a really good impression of Sid when we were younger. You know the whole thing at the start when he was like, they left without
me. We're gonna miss the migration. They left without me. They do this every year. Why? Doesn't anyone love me? Isn't there anyone who cares for Sid the Sloth?
They see a little guy then scuffling off there.
Scuffling. Fine, I'll just go by myself.
Thank you.
I just steps and shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Carl.
Yeah.
He ruined our salad. Yeah.
He's eating our salad. Oh, pine cones. That's a good eating.
It's the lisp by loving it. He's great in it.
Oh, it's great. And then whenever he goes, whenever they're getting wood for the fire at the beginning, he goes like, "That's your shelter. Yeah. You're a big guy. You got a lot of wood. I'm a little guy.
I shall create fire."
Fire. And then it's like thunder.
Nobody falls asleep that fast.
Hey, I think I saw a spark.
But we used to watch this film all the time.
Oh my God!
Those films that was close to our heart as well. We watched, it's like the Shrek, and it's like
all the time.
I don't think it's many people's favourites though. Growing up, Ice Age.
No, it's a very kind of. I think they kind of ruined it with like all the sequels.
Yeah. There's a lot of sequels.
Their kind of Shrek, if you know what I mean, because a different.
Shrek ruined it with the sequels too.
Yeah, because DreamWorks didn't make Ice Age. It was like another company that made Ice Age. What was it?
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky, yeah, that was what I was thinking of. So like they're like, oh, we need a Shrek 2, and we need a Shrek 3.
They need a franchise, yeah.
Yeah, but like I remember like going to Cinnabon down in Derry and be like, are they still making these? Like,
I didn't even realise as well how many they were making. Like,
there's
not
5
really big
of them
releases.
now.
Oh wow, 5.
And it's just kind of like.
I think the last one I saw was the dinosaur one.
I say the third one.
Is that the third one? I think that's the last one I saw.
Yeah, I'd say that's the last one I saw too. But like, it's a bit kind of like.
I know.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like it's kind of because people like Shrek 2. Like people like it that
people
much.
People love that
it's
one
better
more.
Than the first. But like, it's not the same for Ice Age because like it kind of. I was looking them up on IMDb. I was like, right, let's kind of look at the sequels here. They did, and they just went plummeting down in ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame because
it's kind of sad.
I love Ice Age.
Yeah,
it was a great kids movie, and we enjoyed it growing up. A lot of like I still quote Ice Age nowadays. I quote all the time. I just love the whole.
Move,
I love the whole.
Are you threatening me?
Are you threatening me? And I love the whole line. You have beautiful eyes.
Whenever they fall down.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's just a shame that it has been like that. But I know, like, I talk to people loads of times, and a few people be like, yeah, I loved Ice Age, and then some people be like, oh, I don't like that. I didn't really grow up watching it, but
it wasn't my thing, or
wasn't my thing.
I get you. That's one of those movies.
Yeah,
I loved it. Yeah, like it was a great wee movie. To skip on to the set, like there's this really funny joke in the second one where Scrat like dies, and he's finally gonna get
he goes to heaven.
He goes to heaven. The big acorn. He's like, "Hey, little guy, I saved you."
And he goes mental.
Oh, it's wild funny. Like he meets like a girlfriend in the third one and all.
Yeah, Ice Age. It is a great movie. It's full of emotional kind of stuff in there.
Yeah.
The landscapes were brilliant. Like the animation was great in it. The cast was really good.
You know what I really love about this movie? The kind of, you know how it's the whole liar reveal thing where he goes, I've been leading you into an ambush, I'm sorry. They just kind of skim over it a bit. They're like, oh, well, you've been lying to us. And he goes, oh, well, like, I want to help, you know, and like, they don't kind of fall out. You know what I mean? Like
they kind of can't afford to because they're in the middle of this bloody ambush and they need help anyway. So it's kind of that thing where they have to kind of go past it.
Yeah, like it's really they'll be going into one anyway, so they might as well like trust him. Like they told him anyway, so
yeah.
Like I think they're like we can trust him, but like the villain dies really, really brutally in this movie.
Yeah, there's a big old saber-tooth fight and everything,
and like he gets he gets impaled by like 20 spikes.
Yeah, we don't really see it that much, but yeah.
Yeah, I think like the more like. I think implied violence is better than...
Oh yeah, definitely, especially for kids.
Your imagination's worse than anything that they can put on screen, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of them just could have just hit him, or like, even that's but dodgy, like even that's a bit gruesome, but like all of them hitting him, bit mental. But yeah, like Diego, that was really emotional, and
yeah, Diego was kind of a complex character too.
Yeah, he wanted to eat the baby and all, and like... And then he then the baby walks to him and all, and it was really nice.
Oh, it's really nice at the end, yeah, and he says bye everything.
And
then the song at the end of this movie as well. Did
that song come out did that song come out for this movie, or...
No, I don't think so. I think it was just a song that was already out. But they were kind of a one-hit wonder anyway, but it's still a great song and great ending.
Because that's like that song in Ice Age. Yeah. Mush!
Yeah. Mush! Or not mush.
Or whoosh!
But
it's really good.
What would you rate this out of 5, Ice Age?
Out of 5? I'd probably give it a solid 4.
Solid
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
A solid 4, yeah.
Yeah. Couple of things you're like, you know, it still has the cliches. Some of the jokes didn't land. Like just a couple. But
yeah, solid 4. I'll take that. Solid
4 out of 5, yeah. I'd go 4 out of 5. Pretty good. Yeah. What would you give it?
I'd say about the same, yeah. 4.5, 4.
I think a 4 is very respectable.
Yeah, it is, especially for a kids movie and for the time of it as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's better than it has any right to be, because it could have just been like, right, this is our Shrek clone. Yeah, they put really good time and effort into it, which is very commendable.
Great character development, great character arcs.
Oh, yeah.
That's Ice Age.
That is Ice Age.
Ice Age. Thank you very much. Emotional roller coaster. But as I said, I love this movie. I hope people will kind of watch this after giving us... You know,
it's on Disney Plus.
Listen to us. It's on Disney Plus. Get watching it. I think it's a nice nostalgic movie for myself and Alex. So get watching it.
And I think you'll get more laughs out of it than you might think. So
definitely. Now, thank you, Ice Age.
Yes.
But we have to go to something very important now. Alex needs his ranting moment.
Yes, I do.
We're going to do movies Alex hates. Movies Alex hates. Bum 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 bum
bum bum bum bum. Anyway, we will get a theme song for that someday, but today is not that day. Yeah, the movie that I kind of want to talk about today is the Aladdin 2019, the live action remake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Another Disney one for you.
Yeah. It's another Disney remake. The one problem that I have with this movie is that it's in live action. Will Smith isn't really like. There's no one else you could get, but like there's nobody you can compare Robin Williams to in that role. There's no way. No. And like Jafar is one of my favorite. Like he's top 10 favorite villains for me. I think he wouldn't be. He's not my top 5. But, like, he's just so kind of slimy and kind of, like... In animation, you can do whatever you want with him. Like, he can be this, like, really skinny, kind of lanky guy who's, like, really squirmy and kind of... But it's really weird. He does nothing in this movie. Like, he turns into like like Jafar turns into a massive snake in the animated movie, and they kind of have a wee fight.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't do that. Like, it's like Iago, the parrot, who transforms this big bird, and they have this kind of obligatory action sequence throughout the city and all. It's just so like, and all the songs really aren't that great in it. Like, they aren't.
They added songs,
didn't really do
they?
them justice. It was like an hour and a half animated movie, and they added like a half hour onto it for like. They gave Jasmine a song for like no reason. They really giving.
That's the song from the musical, though. They do. She does a song.
Do they
in the
do
musical.
a musical?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they give Jasmine one in the musical.
Yeah, which is fair. But yeah, it's kind of they give Jasmine this quote unquote arc in this movie, but like, I'm not going to be silenced. I have law over you, and then they don't really do anything with it.
Okay. Yeah,
they just she just turns into that damsel in distress, and the whole I really don't like the guy who plays Aladdin, to be honest. He's not like, he'll never measure up to the animated version. It's just one of those things where it's like a really huge letdown. Like, A Whole New World. There's this video on YouTube which is amazing, which really opened my eyes. A Whole New World is not a traditional love song.
Okay.
It's kind of like an adventure song. If you kind of look at it and like listen to it, because the way it like crescendos at the beginning, it's like an action kind of, we're going on an adventure now and I'm showing you all these things.
Okay.
We're gonna go everywhere, we're gonna do this, and like the way they kind of do it. And then they just go the stereotypical, they kind of looked at the bass, like they just kind of looked at like, oh, it's a love song, so we'll just kind of make it as such. They didn't really look into it as deeply. It's very skin deep, this movie. Is a great way to do it. My favorite song, Prince Ali, is really ruined in it, because it's just, you can't beat Robin Williams. Like, the animation in the movie, like, because he transforms into people, and it's very the whole thing's very like stagnant in the live action movie.
Yeah.
It's just really like, it's just so underwhelming. The sad thing to me is these movies are making like $1 billion. And like, that's just gonna be like, well, people like these movies, people are buying these or paying for these movies. Why not just?
Then we'll just make more.
Yeah, we'll just make more. What's actually really, speaking of Disney live action remakes, this is another thing that kind of irks me. Mulan is going on to Disney Plus, but you're gonna have to pay $30 for it to rent it.
Are you sure that's right? 30?
Oh yeah, no. I have a credible source. This guy on YouTube, he's very in the circle, if you know what I mean. He talks movies, and he goes to press screenings, and he's very in the know. He put up this post on YouTube, and he goes, Mulan's coming to Disney Plus, but you're going to have to pay $30 to rent it.
Wow, okay. Yeah. I hope that's not true. Nobody's going to pay $30. You wouldn't pay that in the cinema.
No way, like, no way. And whenever the animated movies on Disney Plus, for like, not for free, but for what you're paying.
Yeah.
So like, why you're going to lose so much money on this movie? But anyway, that's just another thing. All the all the
everything
charisma,
that irks you let it all out now in movies. Alex hates, you just let everything go.
Once you get going, but like, back to Aladdin, because that's what we were talking about. Just all the charisma. You know what, like, really, because there is this really good, like, dance sequence at the end of the movie, which is fantastic, but, like, that's really it. They didn't really add anything to the movie. They just took away, and that's me.
That's the main thing. They took it away.
Yeah, they took away more than added.
Yeah, I know. It's another Disney remake, and it's another one of those things where you remember a movie so well, and then it comes out, and then they just ruin it for you.
Yeah. Because Disney expect you to have seen the original and for you to fill in the gaps. But like, oh, we don't need to try. Okay. So like, they'll know what we're on about if we do this, because you've seen the original.
Yeah.
So like,
that's not very good.
No, it's a very bad practice. But anyway, yeah.
Yes, thank you very much, Alex. That was movies Alex hates. Bum 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 bum.
Don't take no for an answer.
You love saying that now. Don't take no for an answer. But yeah, thank you very much. We've come to the end of the show now, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But yes, thank you very much, Alex. Thank you everybody out in podcast land. We are now on Amazon Alexa. So if you have
Alexa.
an Amazon Echo, all you have to do is ask Alexa, play Movie Talk with Cookie Man and Biscuit Boy podcast. And then it comes up, you listen to our latest episodes. It is fantastic. I tried it last night. It makes it so much easier for people to access our episodes without having to have Spotify subscriptions.
Go
and all
through
this.
links and everything. Yeah, exactly.
So that's a great new thing for the podcast.
Alexa.
Alexa. So
Alexa.
ask old Alexa. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please,
all those good
please
things.
keep liking and commenting and letting us know what you think about the show.
Yeah, the
and
feedback's
thank you very
been
much.
really good. Yeah,
it's been really good so far. So thank you very much. Our listenership is growing as well, so that's all thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you. We've been Cookie Man and Biscuit Boy, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.